Alright, Raasa Suharum, what do you have to say? You're on a diplomatic mission, very difficult. Here, if you have any petitions, you don't want to give a petition. I am a servant of the Rokaj. As Raasa, I keep the old ways of the Ro. That means I am bound to them. The clans have told me what my petition needs to be. I do not want to give it. That is why I hid. This is a necessary step of a proper diplomatic mission. I must obey the orders of my Queen of Haven, as must you. We are both trapped, then. He nods and sets aside his tea. Then he rises to face you. I, Raasa Suharum of the High Litha, give my petition. The warriors of the Rokaj challenge you. They say Haven is no longer fit to rule over us. Therefore, my petition is that you ascend to the peak of Prova Krug and answer to the Rokaj. What? What I said. Prova Krug is where the great decisions of the Ro are made. There are debates, sometimes duels. You are being told to plead, to answer why Haven should rule us. Of course, your queen would never allow this. Haven is too proud. Anyway, you can't go to Prova Krug. The wolf and his rebels have an army above us, and they won't let you pass. Therefore, you can't answer my petition. You must return to Fort Meadow 4, and from there to Haven. I see no other way. The rebels won't let me go to Prova Krug. No, they have barred the upper ice gate. You won't be able to pass. They don't want you to answer for Haven. They want you to flee. This will make you look weak. However, it can't be avoided. I will go to Prova Krug and answer this challenge. The Raasa slumps on his stool and shakes his head. The magic of Haven is great, but it can't protect you at Prova Krug. The wolf will go there to confront you, and you will die. Then it will be even worse for my people. Let us speak more. Perhaps I can show you the folly of this path. I want to know more about you. That seems fair. The fate of many depends on what we decide here. I should argue for why I am trustworthy. I was chosen to lead the High Litha, although I think you do not know what that is. What is a High Litha? We are the heart of the Rokaj, the keepers of the old harsh ways. When the downward row are losing their way and not sure what to become, they look to us for guidance. How were you chosen for this role? Like all Raasas, I was chosen in the ice of Prova Krug. There was a week of debate, several duels. 12 were killed in various disputes. I had to fight 3 times. At last I was the one who stood. What is your main purpose? When the lower provinces argue about who to serve or how to change, they come to us to settle the dispute. They come to us to ask what it means to be Ro. How do you decide what it is to be Ro? Long discussion, study of history. Most important, we know that if we are to truly stay ourselves, change must be slow. We keep an old way until absolutely forced to change it. Haven has corrupted us in many ways. Don't worry. As long as the High Litha lives, we can all regrow. How are your decisions enforced? When we say one does wrong, that is usually enough to settle the issue. The High Litha are respected, and the downward folk will punish those who ignore us. In extreme cases, we go to the Geld Nas. Raasa Suharum sips his tea and eats his bread. You shift around on your stool, feeling long splinters stealthily work their way into your thighs. There are long, awkward silences. Is that all I have here? What is your main purpose? Okay, we've gone through that. I need to talk about this challenge. Of course. The leaders of the Ro gather on Prova Krug, deciding whether or not to help the rebels. The Wolf's rebels will fight. The question is, how many allies will they have? If you go to Prova Krug, you say you are willing to show your strength to defend Haven. Prova Krug is a dueling ground. I think the Queen would never allow it. You have a treaty with us. You can't challenge me like this. Haven has ignored the Ro for too long. My people see you as a tormentor. They are ignoring the treaty. The rebels see you as just another conqueror who holds the Ro. Such conquerors are always driven out eventually. How do I get to Prova Krug? You don't. The rebels are led by the wolf, and they hold the upper ice gate. It is the main road there, and they won't let you pass. Why won't they let me pass? Because on Prova Krug, we decide who will help the tiny rebel army become a large rebel army. They don't want Haven there to speak for itself. They want you to look like cowards. You must know how to get there. I don't. I only know about the ice gate route. Doesn't seem like he's telling the truth. We know another route. Never mind then. Fine. How else can I convince you to leave the Rokaj? What happens when I am challenged? You have to show strength. To rule the Rokaj, you must be strong. Haven has been absent and uncaring. That makes you look weak. To respond to the challenge, you must go to Provakrug and speak to the Ro there. Then you may have to fight duels. What will they decide? I don't know. Some will support the army of rebels. Others, Haven. If you don't show up, you will definitely look weak. However, if you show up and they kill you, your mother will scorch the Ro. Can I keep them from attacking? The Wolf's rebels are determined to fight. I have tried to convince them that now is not the time for freedom. I failed. War is necessary. The question is, who will fight? They will dare attack me? It will be necessary. There is a challenge. The Rokaj wants you to show that you are strong. This is our way. How difficult will this battle be? I don't know. It depends on how angry you made the Ro during your time here. Know this, though. Provakrug is one of the remote lands of the world. Your mother has given you many magical protections, I am sure. They will not protect you there. The Rokaj has raised an army against Haven. Not the Rokaj, the Wolf. Many warriors hate you. A few small clans hate you. They are determined to risk everything to free the Ro. They will, of course, fail. The attacks will begin immediately, I imagine. Once you entered the Upper Litha, raiders began to infiltrate the downward lands. I suspect that Haven's caravans will soon be attacked by raiders. I tried to stop this, but it is beyond my control. The questions are, how many will the Wolf convince to die for him? And how much of my land is scorched in the process? Who is the Wolf? I swear, Prince, I do not know. I only heard of him a year ago. I thought him just another foolish brigand. Then he sent raiders to assassinate you. Within days, his supporters were emerging everywhere. His attempt on your life inspired a lot of fools, alas. The Wolf dares to rob Haven? Of course. He wants to make it much harder for you to gain resources. A predictable beginning to the war. Where is this army? In the Upper Ice Gate, a short march to the west. Very well defended, armed, and determined. You will not be able to defeat them. Won't they freeze up there? Eventually. They don't have much time left. That is why they must attack soon. What are their numbers? Maybe a few thousand. A pitifully small number. They will need to call others to their calls. Alas, the Ro are always inspired by a suicidal charge. When the attack comes, some will join them. But how many? Do you think that they can defeat Haven? No, they have no chance. The army of Haven by Lascara will march upward. Loyal Ro will join them. Our land will be burned by war. The rebels will all die. What if Haven just leaves? Your mother would never ever allow that. That is true, of course, if she survives long enough to make the decision. Can they raise enough allies to fight us? No. If they raise more allies, that will only result in more death before their inevitable defeat. One day, I swear the Rokaj will expel Haven. We will not live to see that day. If it was futile, why am I being petitioned to go to Provakrug? Because the clans of the Rokaj wanted to give you the chance to speak for Haven. They wanted you to have a fair chance to speak. Why did you fight so hard to keep me from seeing you? The clans demanded that I challenge you. If I did, I knew you might go to Provakrug. If you did and were killed, the Queen would destroy the Rokaj. Very likely true. All paths are miserable, but only that path led to true destruction. I made my choice. Okay, we've already been through that. And there's something else I want to discuss. Of course, you are my guest. How can I help? The Guild Nass are trying to make a new weapon. The work is happening in the Ice Gate. Very interesting. They are always getting into squabbles. However, no such work is happening here. I would not permit it. There is the Upper Ice Gate to the west. It is a very dangerous place for you to visit, though. Why were the Fangs of Judgment closed to me? It was my decision. As long as I avoided you, I would not have to challenge you. That brought me time to reduce the damage and maybe avoid a war. It was a message to your mother. A message? Yes. In better days, she would have realized that I was asking her to stay away for her own good. She is not as strong as she once was. The mistake has been made. Why are so many ghosts rising all over the High Litha? They sense the disruption, the rebels, the upcoming war. It upsets them. When the war is over, they will calm down. Alas, in the process, we will add many to the armies of the dead. Do you know who the wolf is? No. I imagine we will all find out soon enough. Indeed. Only thing left now is to report in on this. So that's what the 35%. Oh, crap. Well, that's not good. Your stores and workshops aren't properly supplied and they won't function efficiently. Also, your equipment won't be properly maintained. Each missing resource gives a 2% penalty to hit chance heals, status effects, and store prices. So we got a 6% penalty, I think. That's definitely not good. Unless... if I remove one of these... that doesn't change anything. As long as it's bought, it's there. I can't take that down. Well, this is not good. This is very not good. And a message. A crude, misty caricature of Stutter's face appears in the mirror. His lower lip curls down in disapproval. Prince, are you there? So formal. I have heard rumors. They concern me. The gates to the highest peaks of the row have been opened. Our subjects are trying to summon you there. Is this true? Yes. I am glad that you don't bother to deny it. That gives me the chance to correct any foolishness you have planned. How did you know? You think we have no spies in the High Litha? The Rokaj is difficult to infiltrate, but with so many rival tribes, they can't keep us from splitting them up forever. You must see by now how vulnerable and conflicted the row is for all their bluster, which is why they are trying to sucker you into going to Prova Krug. And what of it? It is not their place to challenge you. It is not wise to expose yourself to this danger. Nor is it necessary. You must not ascend. If I don't go, there will be war. Then there will be war. Our soldiers will crush all those foolish enough to stand up to us. It probably needs to be done every century or so. At any rate, you have done what Mother wished. Your work there is concluded. I can protect myself. Yes, to an extent. Up there, you exist at their mercy. A Prince of Haven must never be exposed to such risk. This is owed to the row. We have a contract with them. We kept our end of it. We have not been perfect, but we have made them safe and prosperous. They have no right to challenge us, or make demands of you. Remember your rank and live according to it. I will consider what you have said. You will do more than that. Don't you remember? I will be king, and I speak for Mother. Your work there is done. I say so. Return to Fort Meadow 4. Make your final reports to General Miranda. Then the portal there will open for you. It is time for you to return home. You sent me here. I will decide for myself. Sutter is enraged. Did you not hear me? I am in command. I have given you an order. You turn and leave. Cease this foolishness before you are... You walk away. His face fades. The mirror fills with mist. The mist resolves into a crisp image of your mother's face. Rupert, you have come. She looks surprisingly well. Her eyes are sharp. She seems more attentive and thoughtful than she has for some time. I have had word. The truth has finally emerged. The Rokaj challenge us. Challenge you. Hello, Mother. Are you well? There is no time for formalities. I can't talk to you like this for long. The situation is critical. We must speak plainly. Raasa Suharum has summoned me to Prova Krug. Yes. This highest peak in the row. The testing place. They want you to go there and answer for Haven. perhaps be tested in battle, high up enough that the magic of Haven can't save you if you fall. I am filled with grief that Consort Darmal's homeland would betray us so. Have you been to Provakrug? No. No Havenite ever has. It is the most remote sacred place. It would be an honor to be invited there if it wasn't such an insult. Why does this sadden you so? When I was young, I glorified the place, their nobility, their courage. I even married one of them. I was naive in my youth. I let myself be blinded to the nature of the Rokaj. The nature of the Rokaj? They are not like us. The Inner Road treats women like Delia and me, as property. The Kranus Woods maintains their precious magic through human sacrifice. These are not aberrations, it is how they are. And now they demand my child. What did father think of his homeland? A long pause. It was the only thing we argued about. He adapted to Haven, but he never apologized for the land of his birth. He only said, if you had to learn to survive in those deadly mountains, you would understand. What do you think of the women of the Rokaj? I think they are neglected, abused, wasted, but Haven has to tolerate the flaws of its vassals. We can't remake people, they can only remake themselves. Haven leads by example. Are you horrified by what happens in the Kranus Woods? Any civilized person would be. Yet there is no surer way to make a vassal rebel than to interfere with their religion. Haven can demand much. We can't demand that, no matter how repulsive the vassal's beliefs are. If I don't go to Provakrug, I'm told that the Ro will rebel. Yes, they will. Our army is already sailing to Lascara. It will be a hard fight, but the Rokaj is not strong enough to resist us. If they follow through on their threat, I will crush them. The head of this wolf will hang on the pilgrimage road. Her voice is starting to become slurred. Her sharpness is fading. The war would be a bloodbath. Perhaps. For them more than us. The wolf made it necessary. Haven must crush one petty rebel like him every year. The difference now? I will enjoy his destruction. He insulted us and he threatened you. Whatever their flaws, the Rokaj deserve more than we gave them. I was neglectful. I see that now. Still, what's done is done. At the end of this sad story, I will do what is necessary. I will answer their call in Provakrug. The Queen's head bows. No, I forbid it. If you listen to me only once, my strange, willful child, listen to me now. If you go there, we can't save you. You must not be the sacrifice for my crimes. I will do what I must. I see that now. Maybe I should trust you. Maybe you have earned it. I only wish I could see you one more time before we get so little of what we want. I love you, Rupert. You are a child of Haven. The mist fades. And more. This is a long episode. When you approach the mirror, you hear a light voice. Wolf's voice emerges. It is still distorted, but it's starting to sound almost familiar. You should be able to tell who it is now. It's just on the tip of your tongue. So, Rupert, the promised challenge has come. You have met Raasa Suharum. He has summoned me to Provakrug. Yes, he hoped I would not come to that. He hoped to stall. He hoped you would give up, so that the conflict would not happen. He underestimated you. I didn't. And now your family, who spent all those years getting you to act, is now advising cowardice. They want you to flee. Yes, I'm not supposed to go. You are not the only ones who would hold you back. The rebels in the Icy Peaks will stop you too. They don't want you to go because they are afraid of what you will say in that sacred place. They will try to stop you and they will fail. You have to go. And why do I have to? Because you can finally act. You can make a change. You can win a victory at last over your family, over Haven, over injustice. Just let the Rokaj go. It is time. What say you? What will happen if I don't go to Provakrug? The Rokaj will be repulsed by your cowardice. Your crimes against us will be punished at last. Rebellion, war, bloodshed. Haven's soldiers freezing on our peace. Only you can prevent it. I will go to Provakrug. I am glad. The rebels don't want you to face me. Note this carefully. They won't let you pass the ice gate. However, they can't guard all the passages. You can reach the peak by traveling through the underworld. The next time we speak, it will be in person, Rupert. I hope you honor your blood and your father and save us all. The wolf's strange flat voice fades. The mirror is silent. And more! The mirror fills with thick red mist. It takes the form of Delia's angry face. Your sister is the diplomat of the family. It is rare that she lets herself be seen so angry, even by you.
Rupert, I have had a report from the High Litha. I can hardly believe it. The arrogance, the insult, to challenge you in such a way. Unacceptable.
So, I suppose you heard that the Roe challenged me.
Everyone has. That snake Raasa Suharum made sure that everyone found out. There are probably mirelings in the deepest swamps of Sacramentum who have heard. The insolence, to make us, the Empire of Haven, prove our worth to our vassals.
Haven needs to show them its strength.
Oh, we will, don't worry. We will teach them quite a lesson for this insult. Our army, not you. We are not going to throw a child of the Queen into the dragon's mouth.
What do you mean?
The Queen does not wish for you to go to Provakrug. Return to Fort Meadow 4 and make your final reports to General Miranda. We will activate the portal so you can return home. I am already getting constant reports of Haven's caravans being ambushed. The war is beginning. It is time for you to get out. The crisis is now a matter for General Angach and our army.
We are being robbed.
The Rokaj is a land of raiders. If they plan to go to war, the first thing they will do is attack our supplies. You will have fewer resources to work with now.
If we attack the Roe, it will be a bloodbath.
It is their fault. They provoked us. Anyway, the Rokaj is a wild place. They need to be disciplined now and then.
Her voice is eerily cold. For a moment, she doesn't sound like your sister at all, but it is her. I thought you wanted me to help you out.
And you have, my dear brother. You need to learn when to act and when to delegate. The risk of Provakrug is too great. This is now the time for the army.
Won't Haven's magic protect me?
It has limits. The farther you get from our forts, the weaker the protection is. If you go to Provakrug and come close to death, we may not be able to recover you.
And the portal is ready for me.
It will be. Go to Fort Meadow 4 and make your final reports to General Miranda. Leave the Rokaj behind. You will be welcomed with open arms.
The mist starts to break up. The power of the mirror is wavering. Strange. No, this is my job now. I will go to Provakrug. Delia is quiet for a moment, shocked and scared.
Rupert, you don't know what you're saying. This is a trap. The warriors up there are savages. The
mist abruptly fades. Delia's voice cuts out. And that's the last thing there. Miranda, I met the Raasa of the High Litha. He commanded me to go to Provakrug. General Miranda nods. Oddly, she seems relieved.
Well, that solves the problem. This request is completely unreasonable. They are violating the terms of our treaty with them. I believe the Queen will say that your work is done.
I feel like I should answer this challenge. She looks away from you.
I can't say anything to support that path. We both know that your mother will not approve. You can easily end up dead on that icy peak. To please the Roe, which is only a waste. I think we are almost done here. Let us discuss your next step. I believe that you have completed your mission.
I have made judgments on all governors and received the petitions of all Raasas. I've completed my missions. General Miranda checks her records. Then she double-checks them. A moment of tense silence. She grins.
It is true, you are finally done. All Raasas answered, all governors judged. Now you can return to Sharon's palace. The portal in the northern hall will open for you. You can go and never return. Then our true work can begin.
Your true work.
We have coddled the Rokaj for too long, accepted too many insults. Once you are safely away, we are going to make them pay for their insolence. I don't know if this war could be avoided by you traveling to Provakrug. It doesn't matter. Once you are safely away, this insult will be answered.
There's still more I need to do here.
I can't respond to that. You are a prince. If you want to stay, I can't prevent you. I know that the Queen wants you to use the portal. Therefore, I think that is the way of greatest wisdom.
My family has requested that I return home.
They were very insistent on that point. They want you to use the portal and go home immediately. You'll probably not be in the Rokaj for a very long time, if ever. War is coming.
That may be, but we will not be leaving. We must answer this. So we will be going there. But we won't be taking the front gate. No, we'll be going in through Worm's Teeth, the underworld, and the path we found down there. That must be done. That said, I will also say this episode has gone on a bit worryingly long. I am going to try to remove the distillery from here. Yeah, I don't know if removing it will result in us getting enough, but I hope so. I have to. We need to get more stone. And this is definitely a problem. So, I'm going to divide what I was just doing into 2 episodes because I apologize, I didn't expect it to go that long. So that said, I technically have another 10 minutes, so with the extra 10 minutes I have left, I'm going to see what I can take care of those eye beasts that happen to be down here and see what I can get from the people inside. It's something I can do. It's going to be a challenge, but it's something I can try to do. Let me head over to here. You plunge into a thick subterranean forest. Huge pillars of fungi loom over you to either side. Sometimes, as you pass, they mischievously spray clouds of spores all over you. It is mostly still and quiet, but you aren't alone here. Something is stalking you. You see ominous figures floating through the shadows in the distance, tracking your movement. Let me save first. Alright, let's see if I can get through this. Suddenly, your stalkers emerge. A group, gang, crowd, parliament, of gazers floats out of the woods. They block the path ahead of you. Meanwhile, some of the nearby fungal trees start to shift ominously. One of the eye beasts floats forward.
We confront you, intruder! All eyes are in accord. You are an invader. You must withdraw.
I am a prince of Haven, and you are my vassals.
The multitude knows of you and are apart. We are not vassals. We are multitudes, and we swear no allegiance to you.
Perhaps we can trade?
We sense the struggle above, growing, violence coming. We are neutral. The multitude will deal with the winner.
Why are you here?
Each of us is a multitude. Here, many multitudes gather. The great cacophony brings wisdom.
What?
You poor little thing. Only one thought in your mind. You will never comprehend the glory that is the multitude, screaming within me.
You must let me pass. A long, tense pause. Then the eye beasts all float forward.
The conclave is reaching a peak. So many voices in impossible harmony. It must not be disrupted. You must be stopped.
That is a lot of foes. And high mental resistance. Okay, not good. On the plus side, these rootlings are easily... Okay, I don't like that charm. There goes that rootling. Thank you for resisting that charm. Really? You went before Patricia. Well, Patricia just got rid of that. Fireball to damage them, please. Oh, those eye beasts are actually surprisingly weak. Okay, we can definitely kill them. How about one of these? How about fireball on those 3? Of course that one evaded. Why wouldn't it? One of these. A lot of slows, which is not good. Fireball again here. Okay, no more mages dealing with us. Now we just need to deal with the rootlings. Restoring rain, we gotta get rid of the bleeding. And now we can focus on killing these rootlings. Okay, 3 rootlings left. The thing that sucks is how speedy they are. And I've got to do another Restoring Rain. Definitely helps. And yet they get more bleeding on us. How much health left? 11. Do one of these. Oh my god, enough with the bleeding! Restoring rain again. This is honestly quite annoying, the amount of bleeding they're giving us. And there we go. Okay, heal yourself. You stand surrounded by deflated eye beasts and twitching remnants of walking mushrooms. The path into this alien land is clear. And we got another bunch there to deal with. Let me save. Okay, I doubt we're gonna be able to get by. Nope, definitely not. Or maybe we can, actually. It's a patrol. Oh, nope, they saw me. Okay, here we go. Okay, poison rootlings. This is not gonna be good. You can burn all of them. That is definitely not good. At least you stunned that one. But now we gotta deal with poison instead of bleeding. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. Okay, you can attack again. Okay, that killed 2 of the eye beasts. Gotta get that eye beast dead so it doesn't cast more spells. Okay, fireball. There, eye beast is dead. Now we gotta deal with the rest of these rootlings who are causing poison and bleeding. Really don't like this. Another restoring rain must be done. How about one of these? Yeah, that'll get him. Good. Down goes that one. Son of a bitch. Oh, wait, no, I needed to haste. Heal. Okay, that rootling is dealt with. And now for this one. Can't move. You need to do a healing. Can't do anything there, but that one's dealt with. Okay. Despite that, we can't get in yet. And I need to run back and rest in order to heal up. Because I've taken a lot of damage. Which is going to use up more time, and the more time I use up, the worse things are going to get, I imagine. Fortunately, I think I can rest here. Can't I? No, I can't actually rest here. Okay, then. Wait, isn't there somewhere? No, I don't think there is. There is not. So if I want to rest and recover, I need to leave and go to the fort. Which I guess I have to do. So, you know what? I'm going to end this episode here. This has been a two-part... Okay, we've already done it. This has been a two-parter, unfortunately. Oh, wait, I can get to, I can get to... No, that goes through that place, so never mind. Okay. I am going to end this episode here. A two-parter, yes. Unexpectedly a two-parter. Did I get anything back? No. The change didn't actually affect anything. Son of a bitch. I wish I could just remove that in order to get things back, but apparently I can't. Which is a problem. That's something that you should have. It was something I was able to do in the other one. Okay, where... Yeah, it was in here, I think. I should have left more. No, we do have a distillery in here, don't we? Well, either way, I've rested. Okay. Fine. Next episode, we'll head through Worm's Teeth and see if we can clear out that other area. This ain't gonna be very easy. But, that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I am Chester44, also known as Phalai. That is Rupert, Elspeth, Terrence, and Patricia. This has been a Let's Play of Queen's Wish 2, The Tormenta. And I shall see you all next time.